Kevin here, Skylabs, bringing you another video. Definitely gonna be a fun one. We're trying something new this time. We're gonna go into the Skylabs Labs and almost attempt the impossible. So in this video, we're gonna attempt to take this simple Crosley record player and turn it into something that you would be proud to play for any of your audiophile friends. Can this be done? We don't know, but we think we're the people to try. We honestly think with a couple modifications and a reasonable budget, we can accomplish just that. So let's just get right into the video. Here we go. And with the help of our lead tech, Rob, we decided to put the Crosley through its paces to see exactly where it sits and what areas we can improve on. We picked a popular Crosley model, the CR49TW. And putting the Crosley through its paces is exactly what we did. We started with an audio test. For a test record, we used an audio obstacle course made by Shure Brothers. We thought this trackability test record would do the trick. We used a large diaphragm condenser microphone and ran it into our Skylabs Lab frequency analyzer. We also used an SPL meter to see what the internal amplifier and speakers could produce. We knew the cartridge was going to need replaced, but we just wanted to see what this little Crosley could do, and it looks like it was peaking out in about the mid 60 decibel range. The next obvious go-to test was going to be a knock test. Really what we're trying to accomplish here is we're trying to get an idea of the natural timbre of this cabinet. Just as we thought, the cabinet isolation was horrible, and that had to be addressed. Next, we inspected the feet. And it was pretty apparent these were going to be a weak point to the modifications we had in mind. A speed test proved no amount of upgrades would allow this table to be able to use a record weight or clamp in a good way, so unfortunately we had to give up on the idea of a record weight. And the last thing we did was just put on a record, and with our own ears, of where this Crosley turntable in its factory form is really sitting, and it wasn't good. At this point, with all of our testing done, we went back to the labs, and after hours of crunching numbers, we decided to focus on 4 areas we felt would make the biggest difference. And we came up with insulating the cabinet, upgrading the feet, finding the perfect belt, and installing a really nice cartridge would get the job done, or at least get it closer to what we would consider audiophile standard. So the modification we used to tackle those nasty cabinet resonances and maybe attempt to tighten up the bass a little bit, we went ahead and filled the cabinet with foam insulation. That'll do it. And according to our testing and some careful research, we found some feet that would complement our newly tuned cabinet just perfect. Next, we wanted to make sure we had the right belt. This was probably the most time-consuming as we inspected hundreds of belts, searching for the perfect elasticity, trueness, and even listened to their sonic characteristics. And trust me, there's not 2 belts out there that sound the same, but we think we found the one. Yeah, we found the one. And after a lot of back and forth, Rob and I finally settled on an Audiophile blue. And since the mounting holes didn't line up, we decided to use some low friction, sonically transparent audiophile tape And adding a dime to the counterweight seemed to be the perfect weight to get us right at about 1.9 grams and still within tolerance for the Audiophile. And with all of our modifications done, the big moment had arrived. It's time to see if our efforts paid off. Time for a retest. Let's see what we got. And with the record test, these waveforms looked almost perfect. Maybe one of the best improvements, the decibel levels were hitting in the 83 dB range almost effortlessly with zero distortion. Even our audiophile gauge was reading as high as 202 out of 205. That's crazy. And for the last test, maybe the most important, the ear test. And who better to test than two guys over 50 with poor hearing? We were both astonished at the musicality of this reborn turntable. It's almost like hearing the Beatles for the first time. Crazy, off the charts. We couldn't be happier. We also did a breakdown of the cost of these modifications, just in case you'd like to have them done as well. I'm sure any hi-fi shop out there would be glad to do these modifications on your Crosley, maybe even refer them to this video so you can show them exactly what we did. And once again, thank you for making it to the end of another video. Truly appreciate it. We hope everybody has an excellent April 2023. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't try any of this at home. Don't try this at home. Take it to a professional hi-fi shop. I'm sure they'd love to help you out. And with that, have a great day. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.